What's going on, everybody? It is me here, Mr. Truth, and in today's video, I wanted to briefly talk about the New York Jets, how they just signed former Steelers and Bears quarterback Justin Fields. Obviously, Justin Fields is still a young quarterback, and they signed him on a 2-year, $40 million deal. I believe $30 million of that contract is indeed guaranteed. So, Fields is definitely getting paid, and he's getting paid very well. Now, what does this mean for the Jets? It signals a new era of New York Jets football. Fields is a quarterback like no other in the NFL. He's probably like one of the quickest quarterbacks in the NFL, has some of the best playmaking and mobility. There's still questions about his ability to read defense and go through progressions and stuff like that, but there hasn't really been a coaching regime or staff that has really cared enough to try to truly and properly develop him in the right time frame. And obviously a 2-year contract, the Jets are expecting him to come in and make an immediate impact, and we'll see if that works. But I think this is his first decent opportunity to prove himself to be a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL. Last season, he looked solid with the Steelers on a couple of starts, showed some big play potential, showed that he could be the guy for an NFL team. And obviously, the Jets don't have the greatest offensive line, but they're definitely going to be probably addressing it in free agency, might even draft an offensive tackle or a guard or something, anything to help that offensive line out. They have some decent weapons. They have a good running back room. Their defense is looking to bounce back. They're looking to get better defensively. They did sign him a corner, Brandon Stevens, I believe, who's a solid cornerback at the NFL level. So they are trying to make improvements defensively because they were very underwhelming last year. On paper, defensively, they have one of the best units in the NFL, but they did not play like it whatsoever last year. They'll need to make a lot of improvements, definitely, for sure, going into next year. But back to talking about Justin Fields, man. His tenure with the Bears, it was essentially a joke, to be honest with you. His tenure with the Chicago Bears, terrible everything. Like, they had maybe a couple decent receivers, but that's about it. They didn't have anything else, and it was bad. And his final year, he played decently enough to where I thought maybe he should have been given another year, a final year, to prove himself with the Bears, but then got shipped off to the Steelers. He played well in a couple of games, but was benched for Russell Wilson inexplicably, and we all know how that ended. Russell Wilson just not a good quarterback anymore. Russell Wilson had maybe 2 decent games, and the rest of his games were trash, and he led them to like a mediocre record, and they lost in the wild card round of the playoffs to the Baltimore Ravens. So that's how that went over, and obviously Fields is now on the New York Jets, and the Jets are definitely looking to rebound from an awful season where the clueless moron known as Aaron Rodgers was their quarterback last year, did not play well, was turnover prone, threw a lot of interceptions, made a lot of mistakes, and was not the clutch Aaron Rodgers that a lot of people think he is. And, you know, he's obviously departed and gone from the team now, so Justin Fields is the quarterback one for the Jets. No more Aaron Rodgers, no more pain, no more suffering, no more torture. Justin Fields has the potential to be the franchise quarterback for the Jets. He just has to unlock that potential that a lot of people think that he has. And I think he has a lot of potential to be a star NFL quarterback. He's got to put it all together, obviously joining his former Ohio State Buckeye teammate, Garrett Wilson, who is one of the better receivers in the National Football League as well. That does help alongside a couple decent weapons alongside of Garrett Wilson, and obviously they could add some more in the offseason as well. But overall, the Jets are having a pretty decent free agency right now. They got to make some more moves, though. Got to shore up that offensive line, got to shore up that defense, and maybe add a weapon or two more for Justin Fields. But other than that, man, this is definitely a new era of New York Jets football. They're moving on from Aaron Rodgers, which is the obvious decision, to be honest with you. Aaron Rodgers is such a clueless moron, one of the all-time locker room cancers. I don't think there's been a single player in the history of the NFL that's like playing with Aaron Rodgers. Guy's just horrible, overrated. I just don't like him. I hate Aaron Rodgers. I think he absolutely sucks, and he's no good anymore. And whatever team he goes to is going to be shit anyway, so... And Fields has now replaced him as the quarterback of the Jets. And they're expecting potentially big things here now with Fields as the quarterback, giving him a chance. Can he make the most of this opportunity? We will see, folks. We will see. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth.